The 10 hottest years have all occurred within the last 17 years, but the hottest year ever recorded was 2005.
Reporting on the causes of global warming, causes that we are doing to our planet. Some things we are doing are polluting the air, like when we litter or using too much electricity that goes to factories and lets out smoke into the air. Other things are giving out too much carbon dioxide from cars, from planes, or from buildings that make our air very gross to breathe in. Last and final thing is to recycle, like our trees. We need our trees, it helps us breathe.
The ozone layer is
involved with global warming. The pollution that you just learned about is causing the ozone layer to get much thicker. The thickness of the ozone layer is not letting the rays out. It is keeping the sun's rays inside, and it just keeps accumulating. The ozone is an irritating, corrosive, colorless gas with the smell of electrical wiring. The ozone layer is produced easily by high electrical arcs, which could also cause the smell of electrical wiring. The ozone layer absorbs up to 97 to 99% of the ultraviolet light, which is potentially damaging to life on Earth. The scientists predicted that in 2008 that the ozone layer would potentially thin out and then recover. But since of all the air pollution, it's going to take much longer for it to recover. We need to think about the future.
Here to tell you about global warming. It has affected the polar regions greatly over the past few years. It caused rapid melting of ice and sea ice, thus causing many animals and other wildlife to have their colonies ruined. For example, the polar bears have been stranded on pieces of ice for weeks or even months at a time. Trying to fend for themselves on a single piece of ice. The same thing has happened with many penguins and their colonies. Because of the melting of ice, all of the homes and shelters that they have built have melted away. Because of the deaths of polar bears and other polar animals, the people who live in the Arctic, such as the Inuits, are not making enough money to stay alive. They also cannot eat because there are animals hunted for food. As well, all the other things in glaciers that are melting have contributed to rapid growth of sea level, as well as oceanic levels have risen over the past.
Melting has had a negative effect on global oceans. With the increasing temperature, the glaciers are melting and raising the water level. From the start of the 19th century, sea level was almost constant, rising at 0.1 to 0.2 millimeters a year. But since the 1900s, the level has risen at an average of 1.7 millimeters per year. And now, since 1993, satellite images has shown a rate about 3 millimeters per year. The sea level keeps rising at this pace. Many places will be flooded, like Florida, Shanghai, Calcutta, India, and the World Trade Center will all be underwater. The temperature is getting higher and higher. This increasing temperature will affect the ecosystems in the water. Oceans absorb most of the carbon dioxide that living organisms produce, but carbon dioxide becomes an acid in the water, and because of the increasing greenhouse gases, the water is getting more acidic. If the oceans get more acidic, the world's corals will die from bleaching.
The amount of natural disasters worldwide every year. During the 1990s, there were approximately 650 natural disasters every year. Over the past 10 years, the number has been rapidly increasing and is now close to 750 every year. Because the Earth is being heated, the temperature of the oceans has increased as well. This has caused weather-related disasters such as tsunamis and hurricanes to increase as well. The severity of these tsunamis and hurricanes have become a much more devastating situation.
We pollute the air. We know the cause and we know the solution. Now it's time for the action. One of the best ways to prevent global warming is by saving energy. Half of domestic energy is used by heating and cooking. We could save tons of fuel by using more efficient light bulbs. We could also save 200 million tons of oil each year if we traveled slower and used public transportation. Another good way to help prevent global warming is by recycling each year, which slows down the use of natural resources. Global warming has been increasing every year, and finally people are taking actions. There are organizations like Greenpeace and Friends of the Earth that pressure government into taking action about pollution. These campaigns are taking effect. The green movement is supported all over the world. We created these problems, and now it's time for us to rewrite the science.
Imagine being 4 years old and living in fear that a drought could end your life at any time.
Imagine having no choice but to leave your home because it was underwater. Imagine the damage that would be caused. Think about the hardships that you would have to face living every day of your life.
Think about these people not being able to hunt because what they hunt for can't survive. These high temperatures are destroying their natural habitat. Imagine their homes.
And what we may as well be doing to them.
And soon there will be nothing left.
I am so high, I can hear heaven. I am so high, I can hear heaven. Oh, but heaven, no heaven, don't hear me. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles, watch as we all fly away. Someone told me love would all save us, but how can that be? Look what love gave us. A world full of killing and blood spilling that world never came. And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I'll hold on to the wings of the eagles, watch as we all fly away. Now that the world isn't ending, it's love that I'm sending to you. It isn't the love of a hero, and that's why I feel